A lot of American women are hating on passport bros, but as someone who grew up in the Philippines where a lot of these passport bros go to find wives, let me offer a new perspective.
Hey there, good man fam. Now, I want you all to look at this female who's on the screen. And I want you all in the comment section right now to tell me before we even get started, just based on what you've heard so far, if you believe she's a traditional woman, a modern woman, or a modern female. Now, you're going to hear a lot of information that she's going to give you in a small period of time. But you know how we work here. We can listen through things that individuals say, no matter how short a sentence it is. So we're about to hear her, and I want you all to pay attention to the breakdown that I do over her videos, and then I'm going to play the entire video for you at the end.
Background, I moved here when I was 14 with my family, so I wasn't moved here by a passport bro. But I did see a lot of it growing up, and here's my take.
Okay, so we have the first bit of information, which is she moved here when she was 14. Do you think that's a red flag? Because me personally, if an individual said that they were moved here when they were 4 years old, that would be a red flag because at that age, you can get pretty indoctrinated easily. However, at 14, you have some training already put inside of you. It's built in there. So the question is, how much of it was built in there, and was the training that she was going to get over here strong enough to rip that training she got over there out? We don't know yet. Then she said that she saw a lot of this growing up. What does she mean by this? Is she talking about just individuals who are traveling over there, just as we call it now, passport bros? Or is she talking about something else? Let's continue.
The men who become passport bros, they have a certain range of income that if they want the same caliber of woman, like, okay, just stay with me.
Okay. Now, this, for me, is the first red flag. Now, why do you think this is the first red flag for me? You know how I am when it comes to language. It's because she used the words same caliber of women. That right there, that was an instant flag for me. Wait a minute. What do you mean they have a certain range of income? What do you mean same caliber of women? Same caliber as who? And what do you consider that caliber of that individual or those individual women about whom you're speaking to be? Because you thinking that they're a certain caliber doesn't mean that men think that they're a certain caliber. But the fact that she said certain range of income. Now, I could be wrong about the red flag, but it at the least raised my antenna. Now you got the squinty eyes and you're looking in like, what do you mean by that? Let's see.
If they want a woman who dolls herself up, is soft, feminine, cooks, cleans, takes care of a man, literally worships the ground a man walks on, he will find that in places where women have much lower incomes and are more satisfied with lower levels of provision.
Okay. Okay. See what I'm talking about? She just said if a man wants a woman who is soft and feminine and worships the ground he walks on, that he'll find that in places where they're, in essence, lower class. That's what she said. Then she hit him with lower levels of provision, which ties back to what? What she said in the other part. Did you hear that? This is about what I was talking. I could hear something. I said, this raises my antenna. And this is why it did, because I could see through her phraseology what she was actually going to say. Now, again, I had to wait for her to say it, but at least my antenna were up so I could say, hey, I saw this coming. And guess what? She hit us with it. Places where women have much lower incomes. So she's talking about lower class women in her eyes. Remember, because she's trying to judge women based on their income. That's not what men consider lower class. Men don't consider a female to be a lower class because she has a lower income. That's how females think about men. Actually, specifically, that's how modern females think about men. Not all females, just modern females. This is not looking good, baby girl.
And because the American dollar is so strong, your money just goes so much farther. So you literally live like a king.
Okay, this last part, although she's correct in that, she seems like she's trying to equate that to being the reason passport bros exist. So again, she's focusing on two things that are backwards. She's focusing on the females over there, they're actually women. She's focusing on them and their lower income. And then she's focusing on men and them wanting to live like a king, which sounds more financial. No, she has that messed up. It's not men looking for a female in their lower class in wealth. They're higher class than what a man wants. And him living like a king, no, that's not for what he's going over there. For what he's going over there is to be treated better. That's not a financial thing. That's an attitude thing. So she's wrong in both those regards. She's looking at the women over there as being lower class when they're higher class. They're lower class in her eyes because she's looking at it through a female lens of money, is what supposedly makes them like that, which tells me what? That she's been indoctrinated by the West, because only individuals in the West who are of the female sex think that a female's worth to a man is based on her income.
A lot of American women are hating on passport bros, but as someone who grew up in the Philippines where a lot of these passport bros go to find wives, let me offer a new perspective. Background, I moved here when I was 14 with my family, so I wasn't moved here by a passport bro. But I did see a lot of it growing up, and here's my take. The men who become passport bros, they have a certain range of income that if they want the same caliber of woman, like, okay, just stay with me. If they want a woman who dolls herself up, is soft, feminine, cooks, cleans, takes care of a man, literally worships the ground a man walks on, he will find that in places where women have much lower incomes and are more satisfied with lower levels of provision. And because the American dollar is so strong, your money just goes so much farther. So you literally live like a king.
Man, she just dimed herself out. And what's funny is she's so feminine. Look at her. She's so feminine in how she does it. But when you're indoctrinated with this Western society womanism crap, it can't help but to come out, even when you say it in a soft girl way. Y'all tell me what y'all think now, based on what you all wrote before. Do you think she's a traditional woman, a modern woman, or a modern female? Tell me in the comment section or edit your last comment.